Imagine lying down tonight, and for the first time in a long time, nothing inside you is fighting. No replayed conversations. No imaginary arguments. No plans you're trying to hold together with sheer tension. Just you, breathing, here, and somewhere in the quiet, a simple truth begins to appear. You don't have to carry so much. Tonight, this isn't just background audio. This is a gentle training, a practice in letting go of control in all the places you never realized you were gripping. By the time your body softens into sleep, you'll have walked through many layers of control, other people's emotions, your own storming mind, old stories, and unfinished endings. Expectations, regret, hidden guilt. The urge to fix, to manage to hold everything together. Nothing outside you has to change, but the way you hold it can. So as you listen, let this be your quiet promise. Tonight, I stopped trying to control what was never mine. I choose peace instead of pressure. I choose release instead of grip. You don't have to say it out loud. Just let the meaning land in your chest. Let your body hear it. Because from this moment on, the work is no longer to tighten. It's to loosen. Start by noticing your body, the way your shoulders sit, the way your jaw holds, the way your stomach gently tightens for no real reason. You might not be in an argument right now. You might be lying in a dark, quiet room, yet your body still behaves as if it has something to protect. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Let it rise all the way into your chest. And as you breathe out, imagine a small layer of armor softening, not falling off all at once, just loosening, just a notch. You've spent years training your body to brace. It's okay if it takes a few breaths to remember how to rest. We'll begin with one of the heaviest and most invisible forms of control, carrying what other people feel. So many nights, your exhaustion hasn't been from your own life. It's been from holding the storms of everyone around you. The friend who is always in crisis. The family member whose mood controls the room. The partner whose silence you keep trying to decode. You feel their tension in your chest. You feel their fear in your stomach. You feel their sadness in your throat. And somewhere deep inside, a belief formed. If I don't hold this, they won't be okay. That belief sounds like love, but it is actually control dressed as care. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring to mind one person whose emotions you've been holding. Not to judge them, not to judge yourself, just to see the pattern clearly. Notice how your body reacts when you imagine them upset. Does your chest tighten? Does your mind rush to fix? Do you start planning the right words, the right strategy, the right reaction? This is the moment the line gets crossed. You stop simply being with them, and you start trying to manage them. You stop listening from your heart, and you start reacting from fear. Fear that if they fall apart, you will too. Fear that if they're unhappy, it must be your fault. But their emotions are not your project. Their pain is not your assignment. You can care deeply without carrying everything. Whisper this inside gently. Your feelings are yours. My peace is mine. Again, your feelings are yours. My peace is mine. You are not cold for stepping back. You are not selfish for resting in your own center. Real compassion is not measured by how much you absorb. It's measured by how free both hearts feel in the same space. You can sit beside someone in their storm without becoming the storm. That is what your breath is training you to do. Inhale. This is their emotion. Exhale. It does not have to pass into me. Slowly, you begin to hand back what was never yours to hold. Underneath this pattern of rescuing, there is often guilt. A small, sharp voice that says, "If I don't make them feel better, I'm failing." Let's look at that voice with kindness. It didn't come from nowhere. Maybe you were taught that being good meant being the strong one. Maybe you learned that keeping the peace meant swallowing your own feelings. Maybe praise only came when you were useful, helpful, soothing. So the mind built a rule. If everyone else is okay, then I am allowed to rest. But that rule is breaking you. You are allowed to rest even when others are not okay. You are allowed to sleep even when the world is still messy. Take a breath. Let that truth move through your body, even if your mind resists. You are not abandoning anyone by letting go of what is not yours. You are finally coming home to yourself. Now, gently shift your attention inward. When you stop carrying what belongs to others, you meet the thing you've been avoiding most, your own chaos, the noise inside your own mind, the anxiety that isn't triggered by their life, but by yours. This is where stillness becomes a teacher. Not the forced kind of stillness where you yell at yourself to think positive and calm down. The soft kind, the kind that doesn't demand silence but stops following every noise. Imagine your mind as a lake. On the surface, waves move quickly. Thoughts rise, stories spin, old conversations replay. Most of the time, you live up there on the surface, reacting to every ripple, believing every wave is an emergency. But deeper down, the water hardly moves. There is a quiet, heavy stillness, You are not trying to escape the waves. You are learning to drop your anchor lower. That's what your breath does. Each inhale is a gentle descent. Each exhale is a small release of tension. You don't have to get rid of thoughts. You just don't have to ride every single one. The mind will tell you, you're doing it wrong. You're not calm yet. This isn't working. That's okay. Let the mind complain. It has been in charge for a long time. Your only job is to stay with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Thoughts come, thoughts go. You remain. You are not the storm. You are the lake beneath it. As the surface softens, another pattern appears. Your attachment to how things must turn out. All the threads you keep trying to hold, the job has to work. This relationship must last. This version of my life must succeed. But life has its own movement, and sometimes the thread snaps. The plan collapses. The chapter ends. The person leaves. The mind calls this failure. The heart calls it heartbreak. But look closer. The kite does not fall from the sky when the string breaks. Sometimes it rises higher than it ever did while tied. It is not the thread that makes it fly. It is the wind, and the wind is never in your control. Non-attachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop tying your entire worth to a single outcome. You can love fully. You can try bravely. You can dream big and still say gently, if this doesn't happen, I will still be okay. Let those words sink into your bones. Even if it doesn't go my way, I will still be okay. Again, even if this ends, will still find my way. This doesn't erase grief. It just removes the chains around it. Grief moves. Attachment freezes. Your peace is not in the outcome. It is in your ability to meet whatever comes and still remain yourself. Now, imagine rain falling on a rooftop. It arrives, it touches, it leaves. You don't chase it. You don't cry when a single raindrop rolls away. You know that is what rain does. Yet with moments in your life, you try to keep the rain. You build a bowl in your mind and say, this must stay exactly as it is. This feeling, this version of me, this person, this season, the bowl fills. You panic. How do I hold it? How do I keep it? How do I stop it from changing? But rain is not meant to stay in a bowl. It is meant to fall, to soak, to move on. The bowl that lets the rain pass through is not broken. It is wise. Impermanence is not an enemy. It is a teacher. everything shifts. The tree, the river, the body, the roles you play. The version of you listening right now. This doesn't mean nothing matters. It means everything matters more, because you will not be here in this exact way again. So, instead of gripping the moment, you can live it. Instead of trying to trap joy, you can let it dance through you and leave its trace in who you become. Instead of demanding that pain never come, you can remember, this too will change. This too will move. And suddenly, the fear of forever begins to soften. There is another form of control that hides in the mind. The endless search for closure. The conversation that never ended correctly. The apology that never came. The explanation you never got. The mind circles for years. If I just understand why, I'll finally be free. But what if that's not true? What if closure is not something you receive, but something you stop needing? Some chapters don't end with a clear sentence. They just fade. Some people leave without a final word. Some questions never get answered. You can spend a lifetime chasing those echoes. Or you can slowly turn your attention back to here. When an old memory surfaces tonight, when a name, a face, a what if appears, try something different. Instead of following it into the past, notice it like an echo in a hallway. You hear it. You recognize it. You don't chase it. Whisper inside, I don't need the ending to make peace with the story. One more time, I don't need every answer to be whole. Closure is not a door someone else closes for you. It is a door you stop standing in front of. You walk away, not because you stopped caring, but because you care too much about your life to wait forever in the same place. Then comes regret. Regret is different from grief. Grief says, I miss what was. Regret says, I hate what I did or didn't do. Regret tries to rewind time with thought. If I just replay it enough, maybe I can undo it. But you can't. And deep down, you know that. So regret does something else. It doesn't change the past. It changes how you see yourself. It whispers, you should have known better. You ruined everything. This is who you are now. But the self who made that choice no longer exists. You are not standing in the same moment. You are not the same person. Holding yourself hostage now for a version of you that didn't know what you know today is not wisdom. It's cruelty. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring to mind one thing you regret, a choice, a sentence said in anger, a moment you wish you could redo. Feel the weight of it for a second. Don't push it away. Now, gently whisper, "That was then. This is now." You cannot pay a debt by hurting yourself. You cannot honor the past by living stuck in it. The only true apology to life is how you live from this point forward. More aware, more kind, more present. Regret becomes sacred when it is turned into wisdom, not punishment. Another quiet controller: expectations. All the by now, I should, all this was supposed to, this day should have gone like. Expectations crowd the soil where your life is trying to grow. Imagine a small seed in the earth. It needs water. It needs time. It needs space. But the mind, afraid of uncertainty, brings buckets and buckets of water. Grow faster. Bloom bigger. Look exactly like this picture in my head. Too much water drowns the seed. Expectations are like that. They flood your potential with pressure. Goals are different. Goals move with flexibility. They allow redirection. Expectations demand. They say, "This is how it must be, or something is wrong." Maybe today didn't match your script. Maybe this year didn't. Maybe your whole life story feels off from what you imagined. But what if nothing is actually wrong? What if the seed is still growing just in ways you cannot see? Roots first, depth first, foundation first. What if the delay is not failure, but timing? Whisper, "The seed will bloom when it's ready." I don't have to force what's unfolding. When you stop yelling at the flower to open, you can finally enjoy the garden. When you stop demanding that your life matches an image, you can finally meet the life that's actually here. Control doesn't just grab outcomes. It grabs people. It grabs conversations. It grabs energy. But there is another way to move through the world, like the wind. The wind doesn't push the mountain. It moves around it. It doesn't shout to be heard. It changes the air quietly. You don't have to dominate to make a difference. You don't have to fix everyone to be helpful. Sometimes the most powerful influence is calm presence. Your tone, your timing, your ability to pause before reacting. This is called skillful action. Not forcing, guiding, not saying, "This is how it must be," but asking, "What is wise right now?" Notice how many arguments in your life came from the need to be right rather than the need to be real. Notice how many moments of tension could have softened if you had taken one breath before responding. You're not weak for stepping back. You're not weak for choosing silence sometimes. You are learning to move like water, not like a hammer. To curve around resistance, not smash into it. The river does not lose power by flowing around the rock. It continues toward the ocean. That is your path too. You can keep your direction without fighting every obstacle. And sometimes the hardest moment is when there is no path at all. No clear sign. No obvious next step. Just darkness. Just uncertainty. Just the feeling of floating between chapters. The mind hates this. It wants a map. It wants a guarantee. It wants to know that if you move, you will land somewhere safe. But life often moves like this one step. No promise, just breath. You are asked to walk anyway. This is where trust is born. Not trust that everything will go your way. Not trust that you'll never feel pain. Trust in your ability to meet the unknown. Trust in the deeper rhythm beneath events. Trust that you can be present even when you cannot predict. You are not walking blind. You are walking by a softer light, your breath. Your body's subtle yes and no. Your growing sense of what feels true, even when it doesn't feel easy. Every time you take one small step from truth instead of fear, you lay down another stone beneath your feet. You realize the path is not found, it is made. As the outer noise quiets, another sound appears. A kind of inner bell. It doesn't ring loudly. It doesn't argue. It doesn't rush. It's the feeling of quiet certainty that appears when control finally relaxes. You don't get this wisdom by thinking harder. You get it by making space, by not reacting immediately, by not filling every silence with a plan, by letting the mud in the water settle until the reflection becomes clear. Sometimes the wisest insight is simple. This is not mine to fix. I don't need to answer this right now. My peace matters here. You don't have to shout your truth for it to be real. You just have to live from it. And yes, there will be endings. Real ones, soft ones, sudden ones, jobs, friendships, versions of you, dreams that no longer fit. You don't have to like that they end, but you can choose how tightly you cling. Think of a leaf on a branch. There is a moment before it falls when everything is there. The beauty of what was, the pain of letting go, the instinct to hold on, the quiet knowing that it cannot stay. The tree doesn't argue. The leaf loosens, it falls. Not because it wants to leave, but because its time in that form is complete. It becomes something else. So do you. Let yourself mourn what is ending. Let yourself feel the ache. Then, let this truth whisper through you. Letting go is not disrespect. It is how I honor what it was and make space for what comes next. You don't need to glue the leaf back to the branch. You don't need to climb back into old versions of yourself. You are allowed to grow out of who you used to be. You are allowed to leave rooms that no longer feel alive. Endings are not proof that you failed. They are proof that you are alive in a world that moves. Underneath all of this non-attachment, stillness, trust endings, there is one simple practice holding everything together. The breath, not as a technique to do perfectly, not as a trick to erase every thought, as a doorway. Every inhale says, I am here. Every exhale says, and here is enough. You don't need hours of meditation tonight. You just need to return to what is real more often than you return to what is imagined. Right now, what is real? This body, this bed, this breath, this very second. Everything else is story. Let your breathing slow. Inhale softly through the nose. Pause. Exhale with a gentle sigh. Again. And with each exhale, let go of one thread of control. You don't have to name each one. Just feel the general loosening. Plans, impressions, old identities, others' emotions, stories about what should have been. All of them can drift a little farther away with each breath out. You are not pushing them away. You are just not pulling them closer. You are letting life sit where it belongs, not in your grip, but in your awareness. Peace is not the reward for solving everything. Peace is what appears when you stop trying to solve what is unsolvable, when you stop wrestling with the dark. A candle does not scream at the night. It doesn't accuse. It doesn't demand. It simply burns. Your presence can be like that. You don't need to destroy every shadow. You just need to keep your light, your awareness, your breath, your softness gently alive. Even a tiny flame changes the room. So if the mind still spins, let it spin a little. You don't have to argue with it. You don't have to believe it. You can watch the thoughts the way you'd watch clouds move past the moon. Occasionally interesting. Occasionally dramatic. Always passing. You are not required to follow any of them into the distance. You are allowed to stay here, breathing, softening, doing nothing except resting in the space you've been clearing all night. If at any point tomorrow you feel that old need to control rising again, to fix someone's emotion, to secure an outcome, to replay the past to force the future, You don't have to remember every word from tonight. Just remember this: return to the breath. Return to your center. Return to the simple, quiet truth. Not everything needs my control. Many things just need my presence. That's enough. For now, you've done all you need to do. You've loosened old knots. You've handed back what wasn't yours. You've made space for your own soul to finally exhale. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders grow heavy. Let your hands rest open, as if even your palms are learning to let go. Nothing is waiting for you right now. No one needs you in this moment more than your own nervous system does. Let the weight slide off. Let the breath take over. Let the body sink. You are allowed to sleep without holding the world together. It will keep turning, and you can finally rest. As you drift, know this: you were never the rope. You were never the storm. You were never the bowl desperately trying to hold the rain. You are the sky that outlasts every cloud, the lake beneath every wave, the space around every knot. And tonight, that sky, that lake, that space finally gets to sleep.